Hey, this your brother Van Silk, aka Ralph Barella. Another day, one day at a time. Took a lot of energy for me just to set this up, come here and talk to my peoples. Listen, to all my brothers and sisters, please, whatever you do, make sure you go and get your colon and prostate checked out. Tomorrow, I have to go to the doctor for them to take out the 60 staples that go from here to all the way down here. And that's going to be very painful. But listen, I'm going to put a link up. Mickey Benson been pushing, and Ice-T been pushing the maleawareness.org. I'm going to put that up. But listen, let's talk about a topic that I was bringing up the other day that I'm going to bring up on my new podcast called Today with Van Silk. Thanks to my man Larry Jones at Spotlight 757. It's going to be great topics. But let's talk about how to preserve your legacy in hip-hop. That's what I really want to talk about today. And I'm going to hit this topic real quick. I'm trying to keep everything under 5 minutes because I'm getting tired already. I want everybody to please understand that I support the Universal Hip Hop Museum. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that many of you are not aware of. We need to all come in. It's right here in our backyard from where everything started, in the Bronx. You got the revolution of hip hop sitting right there on Exterior Street, across the street from where in 2023, 2024, we have something in the Bronx. Okay, I need everybody, from the first generation especially, please get your legacy together. If you was in a group from 79 to 83, let's use the Mercedes ladies as an example. Sherry has a book. Okay, they never made a record. But give us the 3 versions of the Mercedes ladies who was in the group when, and when. Just like Johnny Ron Ray Vaughn. When me and AJ started putting them on shows. And the Magnificent Seven, because there was another Magnificent Seven in the Bronx. Give us the people in your groups. Give us the government name and the hip-hop name. Give us those who are here, those who are no longer here. You got to find pictures. We have to put it together so everything can be preserved from a digital standpoint. There's some of y'all who are just flyer MCs who never made records. But you can't sit up here and say, well, I was in here since 78 and still think that you're relevant in 2021. It doesn't work that way unless you've been impactful. When I'm saying impactful in hip hop, well, you can't walk the streets in any place in America or the United States that they know who your face, they know who you are by face recognition. We don't have that no more. Yeah, we had that back in the early days when it was in the infant stage of hip hop. Yes, but now this is a global thing. You can't get mad if somebody don't know who you are. Let's be real. There's a lot of people that don't know who I am. There's a lot of people that don't know all the members of the Furious 5, or Soul Sonic Force, or the Funky 4, or the Crash Crew. It's up to us. A lot of y'all don't have websites. How you gonna want somebody to go to the Google if they don't know what to Google? We have to understand, you can't be first and 40 years later still want to be relevant, because it's impossible. You have people that had hit records and gold records that are not relevant. We just happen to be in a great part that our history can never be deleted. Our history is going to be preserved for 100, 200 years from now. So instead of sitting here, and I don't want no negative comments, let's be positive. You give us the information. Holler at the Universal Hip Hop Museum. Visit the website. Because it ain't like we supposed to know everything. There's nobody in hip hop that knows everything about hip hop. Because I don't know the inner details of a lot of the group stories. We need to know when, where, how, and what. Stories. We need to know if you existed between 78 and 84. If you wasn't signed to a major label, or if you don't have no videos, then that's your legacy. You got the funky forward Raheem. You got the funky forward out Raheem. Then you got Double Trouble. Like I said to y'all, what was the impact after all that? But your legacy is right here. Just like my legacy. My first show was in 1981. But I was around age 8, 78. Handing out flyers. Giving her money for parties. Because I was doing something else. But I've done other stuff since that. I'm going from there to the Roxy's to working at Spring Records with Africa Islam and then going to Spring Records and being consultants at record labels and you know, open up my record store on 125th Street, dealing with all the mixtape DJ that are relevant now, that was want to be put on. Did the only 2 hip-hop pay-per-view TV specials that people said was never going to happen. Put out magazines similar to King and Black Men. A lot of video girls, I created the game. K. Slay came home from jail. We were doing all the mix CDs and mixtapes. It's like, what have you done? You can't sit up here and expect people to know who you are when you post pictures on Facebook. And if you don't know who these people are, you don't know hip-hop. No, you got to explain who these people are. The first generation B-boys, the second generation B-boys.